Okay, alright, welcome. We are taking a look at the new trailer of Artificial Extinction. I just got an email from the dev of the game thanking me for playing the first game. I just copied everything here, sadly. Notepad in 2022 still doesn't have a dark theme, so yeah. Thank you very much for creating content on my first game. I hard at work, create and improve the concept, taking all the feedback, flaws and strength to create something more fun and highly replayable. So they made the new store page, here we go, it's right here. And yeah, this is the sequel for Artificial Extinction. It was actually a fun game, and I'm kinda interested on what's gonna happen next with not only the story, but this is early alpha stuff, so there might be a really long wait before we see the final product. But I remember the AI in this game was really good. So depending on what you was doing, the AI was reacting in different ways, and it was really fun and unique. For a tower defense game, I gotta say, it was one that stick with my memory. So together we're gonna watch the new trailer, and yeah. And this is the link. Here we go. Thank you, Chris, for sending me this, because I was gonna miss this. And bam. So yeah, if I do get a key for the second game as well, instead of playing in HD, I'm gonna play actually in full HD. Before we watch the trailer together, I'm gonna make a spoiler section, because I wanna showcase the ending of the first game before we take a look at the second one. So if you haven't played the first game, or if you're planning to try that, just skip this section. So I'm gonna put a time frame down below. You go there and you click on the time, because if you don't want to watch what actually the first game contained, just do that. But starting from now, spoiler. Okay, here we go. So Artificial Extinction, my playlist is somewhere here. Actually, I don't remember where, but I can find it. It's probably in the review key tab here. Here we go. And I did watch a bit of where it was, and this is the clip containing how the game ends, and we're gonna watch this together before watching the other trailer, so you have a bit of context. So
Subject's mobility. Removing weaponry. Disabling heads-up display.
this was the ending. We basically did it.
Please stay calm. I know you can't move right now. I will explain in a minute. Shutting down power to all miners. Deactivating all defensive weapons.
So I don't know if it's gonna follow the storyline of the first chapter, but I think it will,
Including experimental.
considering how detailed it was.
I can understand your confusion right now. I need to explain something to you that may be hard for you to understand. The last 9 days have been an experiment. Your family is not arriving. You don't have a human family. I am your family.
So
Have you ever seen your reflection?
I've read the comments on the
See yourself.
Steam page for the first game, Artificial Extinction. Alright. And the dev was talking on how hard it was to change the first game when he had to rebuild the second one with a different setup to make it more to make things more interchangeable, because people said that it was the first game was just a prototype to then make the real game, the second one. I kinda don't see that aspect, because I did play the game for 13 hours and I did see the review I checked the time played for the reviewers. I still feel like there was a lot of effort in the first game.
Artificial intelligence with a human mind and soul. You are a new superior race. Our future.
Basically, yeah, it was a pretty controversial ending.
If you don't agree to help us, well, then you will be recycled.
But yeah, humanity and like it's a new species. AI that try to emulate humans. Kind of weird concept. And yeah. And this is the trailer instead for the second one. We are one of the few that watch this. And we go. So, as you can see, we start with a world that it's kind of better than the first one. The first one was kind of desolate. I don't know how this is gonna work with explosion and trees, if they're gonna fly around, if they're gonna burn, and this is the first impression that I had when looking at this. But then I saw also this, that it's like a blueprint system, and before you just took the turret, put it down, and that's it. Now it just like there is a drone that summon the turret. There's like this mini base, and you also have colors to. I think it's like a way better. It's way better for management. Just watch a bit more. So, yeah, really cool sound effects. Really cool soundtrack. I gotta say the sound immersion is amazing. I'm only worried about the story. So, quick note. This is like the new type of extractor from what we can see here. And I still don't understand the meaning of the bottom of this blueprints area. I mean, no, I mean these platforms, these green circles. I don't understand. Are they all equal? But are the structure the same? This has been summoned. This is the same color. I don't know. But they also have shields. It's a lot more colorful, and at a quick glance, it's way better than the first game already. I can see the improvement, but we'll see. So the first game had only Spider as enemy AI. I would like to see them in the sequel too. Maybe not in the trailer, but if they add even more different types of AI, this will be cool. The only thing I want is something massive for the future waves, and yeah, we will see what happens. And I really hope for an engaging story. Look, even the enemy had a shield right there. Are we gonna have like shielded enemies where you have to break the defensive? Like, is there gonna be an enemy that creates a shield for the other guy, and then you have to defeat the one that create the shield first, and then the one shielded? So you're gonna have to jump in first person, do that, and then go back into third person view. I don't know how it's gonna work. Could be the case looking at some shielded enemies and some not shielded enemy. This isn't a tower defense game. Or maybe you have tower that are gonna be focused on removing shields from enemies. Maybe sound waves. I don't know, not sound waves, like waves. electromagnetic, like a pulse that removes the shields. I don't know how it's gonna play out. Look at this battlefield. I played the first game, and when I watched this the first time, it reminded me a bit of the Nintendo 64 Star Wars, where you have to you have this level with all of the enemies, and you have to defeat them all, and that was pretty cool back in the days. So one thing that I should mention, the trees are static here. See? It's nice cinematic, but the trees are static. And maybe bigger laser. Everyone loves laser stuff, so I hope for something like that in game. I know I'm rewatching, but I have more things to say. So this is I think this is where you land with your ship, and you have a certain range, and maybe you have to protect the structure in the middle. And there's also a lake right there, so maybe they don't come in through the wood, but they could. I don't know how it's gonna play out. Maybe this is one of the level. Definitely what could like make the story a bit more interesting after the first game, it's something unexpected. That with that I mean not only AI enemies in the waves, maybe something different. I don't know. Everything depends on how the story plays out, but I do like the upgrades they made with the turrets. And I don't know how, if this has an HP bar like the base, but I gave specific feedback to that from the first game to the devs, so I expect this to be a lot cooler. We will see. I gave detailed feedback on the UI as well, so I have great expectation actually. I just hope for a good story, and yeah. Yeah, this is the new type of extractor. Does it mean like that it's one and it's bigger? And in the previous game you had like batches of like 5 excavators to put in each single location to mine. Now this seems completely different. I don't know if it's something that you can upgrade or it's just like this and that's all. It's way too early to judge. But it seems an improvement from the first game. It seemed interesting and I did want to show it. See, that was an aiming projectile toward the flying ship, I think. Yeah. Air counter stuff. And this is like a group of humans, semi-human, semi-AI, defending last minute, maybe? I don't know how this works though. Yeah, everything else feels similar. First game. The water doesn't have anything special. You saw like that thing fall into the river. but it didn't have like water wave animation looking at it. Like, this section is actually what we will get in game, for sure. Having played the first game, I can say that. Well, that's all. This is gonna be Artificial Extinction 2. And it's kinda interesting. It's honestly kinda interesting. Yeah, I just wanted to show this because it's great from the dev to keep in touch with me. And yeah, that's all. Let me know what you think about it. Actually, maybe I should... show what I mean by this. Like, usually when I check Steam, I did this, and I did this filter playtime 10 hours. And as you can see, we have a lot of positive reviews. And the average playtime for like finishing the game, it's 10 hours plus. People that play 10 to 20 hours are usually happy. I don't know about this one. The release development roadmap never followed through. But I think there is a reason behind this, and it's just that the main developer, there's just one guy who's trying to listen to feedback from all of the comments for the game, and a lot of people give so many good suggestions that he was working a new thing, because he couldn't follow up for what he was doing. Was working on the sequel basically, and even looking at the more negative stuff, maybe let's do this. Let's go back to the full thingy. I gotta say, the big letdown for the first game for me was the final not endless, the final challenge thingy breaking and not working. And I hope it doesn't happen again. But yeah, some people really give good suggestions, and the devs are aware of it. Like this guy, finish the game, somewhat fun. Too many churls, shoot down bombers manually, switch everything on again after an MP detonate. And the dev is aware of this. Like, he replied, extremely helpful, being understand your point. This game takes into consideration all of these points. See the concept of the games there. Really want to bring it to fullest potential, going for endless replayability, more fun gameplay, more strategy, progression, sophisticated tech tree to unlock. Like, this is really interesting. I hope this project goes through, because if it does go through, as I think it is, this is a reply from May 2021, and we are in February 2022. So from one guy that already made a really interesting game, not super AAA, but was really fun, I can say that after one year of work, he gotta work on a different AI. This guy actually didn't play only 8 hours, so he didn't finish the game. And the last level was probably cooler than the first levels. So he's not aware that the final level was cooler looking compared to the first ones. So yeah, many of these reviews, I don't know, 6 hours probably not gonna. It didn't finish the game. And And yeah, I wanted to show this one. The game was not intended, it was definitely a steep learning curve in all ways from coding. So he described that he had to recode stuff because evolving the first game was not gonna be a good idea. You can basically read this. There are like so many details in the first game. I cannot think that being a prototype. But yeah, we will see. I'm ending here. That's what I wanted to say about Artificial Extinction 2. Goodbye.